afternoon, students. Today for math, we're going to learn about 2D shapes and 3D shapes. With 2D shapes, they're flat and they have sides. 3D shapes, they are either flat, curved, and then they have faces, edges, and vertices. I know it sounds like a lot, but we'll talk about more of the 3D shapes in a little bit. Let's first talk about the 2D shapes. Are there any shapes you see on this poster that you know already? A circle, yes. Any other shapes? A triangle, good job. Any more shapes that you see? A square, yes. So let's go over the poster and look at the different shapes. So the first one is the circle. The circle is flat and it has one side. Yes. Okay, and this next shape, what does this next shape look like? It does kind of look like a rectangle, but this shape is called a trapezoid. Say it with me. Trapezoid. And it's flat as well. And let's count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. The thing about this trapezoid that all the sides are probably not equal. So you might have one that's a different length over here. This one might be a little longer. So it's not the same. Okay? What about this shape? It is a triangle. Does this triangle look like this triangle? That's right, it doesn't. This triangle is called a right triangle. And the reason they call it a right triangle, we have this little degree right here that gives it the right angle. And you'll learn about degrees later as we move further on in our unit. Okay, let's count the sides on the triangle before we move to the next one. Help me count. 1, 2, 3. Good job, guys. The next shape is a diamond. Let's count how many sides the diamond has. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. You guys are doing awesome. All right. Our next shape is what? A square. Good job, guys. Let's count our sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Good. You guys are on a roll. Let's see. Our triangle has 1, 2, 3. 3 sides. Good job. Now, what shape is this? Do anybody know what shape that is? It starts with the H. It's called a hexagon. Hexagon. Let's see how many sides a hexagon has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A hexagon has 6 sides. Oh, does anybody recognize this? It does look like a stop sign. But do you know what we call it? Starts with the O. Octagon. Octagon. So let's count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. An octagon has 8 sides. All right, and here's our rectangle. How many sides do our rectangle have? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides. And this last shape, do you know what this last shape is? It does look like a house. But what is the name of the shape? Have you seen this shape before? It's called a pentagon. A pentagon. Let's count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pentagon has 5 sides. So all the 2D shapes are all flat, but they all have a certain amount of sides. So let's go over here to the 3D shapes. And remember, I said the 3D shapes they either can be flat or curved, and they have faces, edges, and vertices. So the first shape, let's go over and name them. We have a cone. What does this cone look like? It does look like an ice cream cone. So a cone has Its faces it's two faces, I think. Two faces. You have one here. And I think it's three. I can't remember, sorry. Yep, it does. Sorry, guys. I have to get my notes sometimes. Because teachers, we take notes as well. So our cone has two sides. The bottom part is one side, and this part is one side. If you open it up, it's a triangle, but when you close it, it makes one side. And I actually have a cone right here. Let's look at this cone. So how it becomes two sides is this part down here is one. And then this whole part is one. So that makes two. That's a cone. And we'll talk more about this. I can use this for two different parts of this. And let's talk about the edges. So the edges on this cone is 1, 2, 3. Sorry, it's 1. I think it's 2 on this one. I'm sorry, guys. It's one edge here, one edge here. It's how they meet. And how many vertices? Vertices are the points where they meet at. And this cone has a point right here. So it doesn't have any other points. They all meet up here at the top. All right, let's move on to the next shape, which is the sphere. Can you guess how many faces a sphere has? I'm going to use this ball right here. A sphere has no faces. And it doesn't have any edges either because it's all round. And there are no vertices. Do you see any points on it? Nope, it's all round. So it has 0 for everything. All right, let's look at our cylinder. What does a cylinder look like? A cup, yeah. Anything else you can think of? Well, let's talk more about the cylinder. I have a can good. Our parents probably use these in their homes to cook dinner with. So this can good is shaped just like the cylinder. It's round up top and it's round all the way at bottom. Let's count how many faces the cylinder has. Up here we would count it as 1. Down here 2. And then this whole piece would be 3. So it has 3 faces. And the edges, it would be 1, 2. 2 to connect them. Do it have any vertices? Remember, vertices are points. Do you see any points? Nope, there's no points for a cylinder. Good job, guys. All right, let's move to our cube. And it's easier to see a cube. On the cube, the faces of a cube is how we see it. So let's count them. Up here, this would be a face. So that's 1. That's 2. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 faces on this cube. And the edges. So the edges, we're going to count how they connect together. So when you hear edges is how they connect. So a cube has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think let's count them again. Help Teacher Candace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 edges. Wow, that's a lot for one shape. And how many vertices? Let's count the points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. So that's a lot for the cube. And so then this shape. Does this shape look familiar or does it look, can you tell me what you see in this shape? You see a triangle. Yes, it's a triangle right here. And this shape is called a triangle prism. And the reason they call it a triangle prism is because it has triangles on the side and they use different shapes to connect it. So let's count the faces. You have 1 face here, You have a face here, that's 2. 3 on that side. 4, 5. It has 5 faces. And the edges, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 edges. And let's see how many points they have. How many points, which we call vertices. Remember, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. We're almost there when talking about the different 3D shapes. The 3D shapes get a little more complicated than the 2D. So this shape right here is called a triangular pyramid. It has, let's count how many faces. 1, 2, 3. 3 faces. How many points? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points. And how many edges, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. And this shape right here, what does it look like? It does look like a rectangle, but it's called a rectangular prism. Rectangular prism. And I have something that looks kind of like it. And we can count the faces on here. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 faces. Let's count the edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 edges. And the points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. 8 points. And our last shape on the 3D that I have on the poster is called a rectangular pyramid. A pyramid. It has a square bottom and the sides are connected by triangles. So square and triangles. Let's count the faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 5 sides. 5 faces. Sorry, guys. Let's count the edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. How many points do you think it have? Give me a guess. 6. Oh, maybe 5. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoever said 5, it has 5. Good job. So these are our 3D shapes. These are our 2D shapes. So for our activity today, we're going to sort 3D shapes and 2D shapes. I'm going to put my paper up here so you guys can see. So we're going to sort from 2D to 3D. You're going to glue them. You're going to get a piece of paper like this, where you're going to cut the shapes out, and you're going to get construction paper like this to sort them. You're going to cut them, and it doesn't have to be straight. Get a glue stick or glue off your table. And what shape I have? I have an octagon. Octagon. Look at our posters here. Where do you see an octagon? On the 2D shape. So I'm going to put my glue on the back, and I'm going to stick it under the 2D shape. Let's try another one. Let's see. What shape is this? It's a cylinder. Great. Look at the posters. Where do you see this shape at? On the 3D shape. So we're going to put it on that side. You're going to put your glue stick on the bottom. Push it on your paper. And there you have it. Are you guys ready to try it? All right. So I'm going to give everybody their papers on their table. And then you may start. Good job. If you need any help, raise your hand. All right.